Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball. And what's good, everyone? Glad to have you guys in the stream here, being a part on the channel today. And just wrapped up the NBA season a couple of nights ago. Congratulations out to the New York Knicks, the 2026 NBA champions. And this is my first ever WNBA stream covering for this season. So I haven't covered a WNBA stream in almost a year from now being the last time that I covered a game. But Caitlin Clark, Indiana Fever, back in action tonight. And in the offseason, looking to see if I can do a lot of Caitlin Clark Indiana Fever games, and this is the first ever all-time meeting between the Indiana Fever and Toronto Tempo. Toronto Tempo, brand new team, one of two teams new to the WNBA this season alongside the Portland Fire, and pretty good game in the standings between these two teams tonight. Toronto in a tie for the 8th spot alongside the LA Sparks, 7-7 overall. Looking to bounce back after losing 2 straight games. They're 3-4 on the road. Indiana getting red hot right now at the first half of the season. 3 straight wins, up to the number 7 spot currently. They're 8-5 overall, and they're pretty solid on their home court this season at 5-2. This game taking place at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, home of the Indiana Fever tonight. If you guys are doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and welcome in and being a part here on the channel for this one tonight, and we'll see what can happen here out on the stream. So yeah, this is the first time that I've covered WNBA in like a year or so. Feel free to hit us up in the chat who you guys like to win here tonight. We get the Fever or Tempo. Caitlin Clark, she is good to go tonight, available for this game. And she's only missed 1 game so far this season. She was coming in game time decision with a back injury, but she is good to go today. And she is averaging a career best right now in points per game for Clark, coming off an average of 20.3 points per game, which she is scoring this season. She's had some really good games recently for her. Dropped down 32 on Thursday last week in an overtime win over the Chicago Sky. She went a perfect 15 for 15 shooting at the free throw line. Last game, coming off a victory over the Connecticut Sun on Saturday, 25 points, drilling 5 threes by Caitlin Clark. And the offense has been super potent once again this season for Indiana. They are number 3 in the WNBA, averaging just under 90 points per game. Um, they've been one of the top teams nailing free throws this season as well. Their weaknesses, though, that's come from turnovers for the Fever. And also, they do commit the most personal fouls out of any team in the WNBA. So that's the two that they're going to have to cut back on. But Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, those two players for the Fever tied for number 4 and number 5 inside the top 5 in points per game scoring right now in the WNBA, both in the tie for 4th. Clark and Mitchell averaging around 20.3 points per game. And then on the other side, Toronto led by the number 3 scorer in the WNBA, Brittany Skies, who's averaging just under 21 for her this season in the inaugural year for the Toronto Tempo. Yeah, they got an incredible trio for the Indiana Fever this season between Clark Mitchell and Aaliyah Boston. We've got multiple players on the other side who's been able to average double figures. Brittany Skies, Marina Mabry, those are the top 2 players for the Tempo. And then a couple players out tonight for this game for Toronto that's like key players in their lineup. So Kiki Rice is not playing alongside with Niara Sabali, and both of those players, number 3 and number 4, scores on the team, averaging above 12 points per game. So those 2 players not playing tonight. Isabel Harris will be playing for the Tempo, coming off a season-high 17-point Sunday against the Dream. She's scoring around 11 points per game on the average for her. Yeah, Leah Boston, they got her graphic on the screen as well. 3 straight double-doubles. I got a feeling she might have a monster game once again tonight for Aaliyah Boston. Looking at the stats of this Toronto Tempo team, they're surrendering quite a bit of rebounds to their opponents per game, and also they struggle to rebound as well as a team for them, and they're bottom pack defensively for Toronto. So Toronto is another strong offensive unit for them. The Fever ranked number 3, Toronto number 4. We could be seeing the points flying off the scoreboard in this matchup. Now, Fever going to have to cut back in their foul issues in this game tonight because Toronto, they make more free throws than any team in the WNBA. But on the defensive side, I was looking at some of the stats before the start of this game. Toronto, they surrendered a second to most points allowed per game this season for them, and they give up their bottom 5 in giving up rebounds, and they're also second to last in rebounds per game for them. So I'm going to tip off here a couple minutes from now. Glad to have you guys in the stream, be a part here tonight on the channel. And if you guys are doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. First ever WNBA stream that I've done this season. Hey, what's good, Jay Ramirez? Welcome back in, man. Yeah, Boston's had some big time games for her. Definitely need much more front court depth. Yeah, 6'5" for Leah Boston. Everybody else 6'4" or smaller on the roster. I feel like they got a pretty good matchup tonight with Toronto because Toronto doesn't have much size too. I was looking down their roster for them. They got a couple players at 6'5". One of them is injured tonight in this game. But yeah, there should be a pretty good matchup. These two teams pretty close together in the standings with one another. Yeah, that's great. I get the manual game clock back on, so I'm going to have to be doing these streams manually because some of them come in automatic when I stream to the other platform assists, but they don't have the WNBA scoreboard plugin just yet. But I think they're in the development of including college and WNBA for their plugins by like the start of next season. Fever coming in pretty solid favorites tonight in the line, 8.5-point favorites in this game. They've been strong in their home floor. Toronto is one game below 500 on the road, 7-7 though. I have to take a look and see. Depends on if I'm around next week. If so, it would just be the first round for me. All right, we get starting lineups right now, so it's no longer like a 15-minute pregame wait. Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, Lexi Hall, Monique Billings, Aaliyah Boston starting five for the Fever. Toronto with Julia Alamon, Brittany Skies, Brittany Sykes, Marina Mabry, Laura Yushkaite, and Isabel Harrison. And we are underway, and Toronto controls the opening tip. It's a really fast start in this game compared to like the pregame of what we've had throughout the last couple months or so. Opening possession for the tempo around the perimeter. Mabry sends it inside, a kick out to the corner, wide open three, no good. Missed off the mark there by the tempo. So that was with Harrison, and the opening possession goes to the Fever now. Just getting started tonight. First WNBA stream for me in basically a year. Clark lobbed down low, looking for Boston, broken up, intercepted by the tempo. Up the floor, attacking inside the paint, and right to the rim, and they score, up and it off the window. Brittany Sykes, number 3 scored the league, scores the 2. Second possession now for the Fever. Boston towards her right off the dribble. Hand off to Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell. Walking bucket for her this season. Shovels it off to Boston. Down low. Powers her way inside. Score it. And a foul. And the one covered up at the free throw line by Aaliyah Boston for the Fever. Working on Harrison, who picks up her first personal foul. Yeah, should be a really good draft this year. I think it's going to be AJ DeBonsa that goes number 1, but I've been hearing that Darren Peterson has only attended the meetings for the Wizard. He hasn't gone to any other camp meetings besides Washington. Free throw is good, 2-2 now. Or 3-2 Indiana. Attacking the paint, getting downhill to the rim. Score in the foul. Brittany Sykes and one covered up at the free throw line. Wow, both of these teams getting to the rim in the first minute plus of action. And the free throw off target tipped up to Boston, who controls the defensive board. Pass midcourt, Boston with possession. Puts the ball into the hands to Clark. Caitlin Clark at the left wing perimeter. Step back three, a 30-plus footer, no good. Hit the bottom part of the glass. Offensive rebound. Boston underneath, blocked off the backboard. They get the offensive rebound, and he soars, score, up and it off the window. Lexi Hall continues the possession for the Fever. They go up by 1. Mabry slides it outside. Pop it up for a 3. That is pure. Toronto able to bury a triple from the perimeter. Isabel Harrison lets it rain from downtown. 2 minutes into action, attacking the paint. No good miss by Mitchell. Putback chance off the mark as well by her teammates as it goes right back over to the Fever. Lob inside off the entry pass, and they score off the window. Up and in off the backboard for 2 more for Toronto. Caitlin Clark racing up the floor. Towards her left off the dribble, finds the double team. Nice find underneath that goes up and then off the glass, scoring the deuce. That is Monique Billings. He scores the layup. They brought the double to Caitlin Clark and able to thread the needle for the assist there off the Billings with a bucket. This jumper by Toronto goes right back to the Fever. A quick start for both of these offenses so far to begin this game. Clark attacks the paint. Clark downhill to the cup. No good. Blew the layup off. It's a rebound. Put back chance. No good. Drawing the foul, though. 2 free throws coming up at the line for the Fever. And stop the clock with 7:08 left to go in the opening quarter. Hey, what's good, Jeffrey? Welcome in. Glad to have you back in the stream, man. It's going to be Monique Billings shooting 2 at the line for Indiana. First one's good. Second free throw is good. Ties it up right now, 9-9. Drawing some contact, no call there, but the referee is off the missed shot by Mabry. Clark racing up the floor and missed the mark. It's a turnover. Yeah, her and her teammate just not on the same page there, trying to cut back door. It's a tough turnover on Caitlin Clark now. 2 turnovers charged the Fever so far tonight. And then that's going to be on the defense. Lexi Hall picks up the reach and foul. Oh, that's awesome, man. Inbound goes back to Toronto. Off the double, Mabry finds Alamon. Alamon runner, no good inside the key. They put up the shot with Harrison. He's able to draw the foul, and 2 more free throws coming up here by the tempo. Beg my pardon, they had called that a tie up there. Jump ball goes to Indiana. Clark sends it back outside Boston. Out to the wing, Lexi Hall. Lob inside the paint as they go in for a turnaround. No good. Skidded off the rim. Missed off the mark by Billings. Rebound goes back to the tempo. And an entry pass lob underneath off fake, beating one defender. Up and in off the glass. Good by Yushkate for the tempo. Toronto coming out strong. 5 for 10 so far from the floor. We've seen a couple miscommunication possessions defensively so far by Indiana. Caitlin Clark blew the layup and tipped out of bounds. Gonna stay with the Fever here. Inbounds. Mitchell. Back out to the outside. 8 on the timer. Lob down low off a double team. Broke it up on the bounds. The couple substitutes coming in right now for Indiana. Sophie Cunningham, first time at the floor. Maisha Hines Allen, first time at the court as well. Lexi Hall, one of the 2 players that takes a seat on the bench. Inbound goes to the Fever. Maisha Hines Allen backs her way inside the key. Puts up the shot. No good off the back rim. A rebound. Gets hauled in by Harrison for the tempo. Toronto with possession. Mabry sends it off to the low block. Jumper, no good off the back rim, missed by Harrison. And rebound went to the Fever. Fever going to burn timeouts. It's going to stop the clock with 5:18 left to go in the opening quarter. Looks like Hines Allen being attended to right now. Yeah, she is like bleeding from her mouth area for Naisha Hines Allen. What's good, Jason on the stream? Welcome back in, man. Naisha player, glad to have you back in. And Naisha Hines Allen of Indiana, like she cut open her mouth, got the hand of Isabel Harrison, the scraper against the mouth, defending her on the missed shot attempt. Just getting started today. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Gonna go back to the Fever. Indiana with possession. Caitlin Clark past the midcourt logo. Sends it off to Mitchell. Mitchell accelerates right to the cup. Mitchell scores the layup. Man, she is just so crafty. Kelsey Mitchell on the board. First bucket for her tonight. Tempo have possession. Top of the key with Harrison. On the outside finds Alamon. Alamon moves across courts. Yushkate takes the three. No good. Skidded off the rim. Alexi Hall secures the defensive rebound. Clark has it past midcourt. Caitlin Clark attacking. A step back three at the wing. Clark came off the rim short. Broke it up out of bounds off the tempo. And Caitlin Clark still trying to find her way tonight in this game, now shooting 0 for 5 from the floor. Looks like this is going to take us to the first timeout of the night here. As we go into the break, 11-11 with 4:33 left to go in the first. All right, first timeout on the night. Caitlin Clark yet to score so far, missing every single shot attempt to begin. She does have 2 total assists, but trying to get those turnovers out as well. She's got 2 turnovers, one of them not on the same page with her teammates off a pass for a backdoor cutter, but done a great job so far with her vision, just playmaking incredible. When they brought the double, able to see her teammate roll down to the hoop. She's done that twice. Able to play make on 2 baskets scored so far by the Fever, but Monique Billings leading the way, 4 points. Aaliyah Boston with a bucket plus a free throw. She has 3. Mitchell just scored a layup. Lexi Hall with 2. And Toronto led by Laura Yushkate, Brittany Sykes each with 4. 3 points by Isabel Harrison so far. She's got 4 rebounds, which leads the game. Yeah, just has to settle in, and she'll get better with it throughout the course of time. Oh, cool, man. I've been hearing like a bunch of rumors about Giannis to the Celtics, bunch of stuff on social media. Nothing's been confirmed just yet, but there's been a bunch of stuff out there. Either Celtics or Heat looks like the top 2 teams. Both head coaches were picked in 2000 to play in the WNBA in the expansion draft. This Toronto team is brand new this season, so them and the Portland Fire are brand new to the WNBA. Gonna have a lot more teams to come within the years in the future. Keep on expanding the league. Like a few years ago, they had 12 teams, and now they're upped it to 15. Inbound, underneath, bucket is good. Clark with an assist off to Mitchell underneath, scores the 2. Tempo fell asleep off the inbounds. Toronto with possession, Mabry. Handoff, Mabry gets it back, jumper, deep 2 off the back rim, no good. Broke it up out of bounds off the Tempo. Kelsey Mitchell with 4 so far tonight. Her and Clark ranking inside the top 5 points per game this season, averaging just above 20. Leah Boston with possession, towards her right off the dribble. She's taken on Temi Fagbenle of the Tempo, miss layup by Cunningham at the rim. It goes back over to the Tempo as they push it up the floor into the rim. No good, missed the layup. Off the glass, too strong there by the Tempo, and Clark has possession now for the Fever. Clark takes it back outside, bounce pass at the low block off to Mitchell, slides it off to Cunningham, and away from the play, whistle on the foul picked up by Toronto. Couple substitutes back in on the floor for Toronto. Kia Nurse, number 11, number 7, Tiani Key, a rookie. Both going to check in right now. And Indiana just scored a 3, so it's 16-11. Tempo, rise and fire on a jumper. They bury it. That is good by Maria Conde coming off the bench for the 3. Clark, no good, missed the layup. Back it goes to the Tempo. Off the crossover with Sykes, finds her teammate inside, like Benley. Dribbles out to the perimeter, bounce past Sykes, attacks the paint, scores the layup. Once again, Fever unable to rotate defensively, leading to that wide open layup, cutting to the hole by Brittany Sykes. Nice little touch in that shot right there for the floater. Aaliyah Boston right back scores the 2. 18-16 now for the Fever. Pass midcourt with Brittany Sykes. 9th-year player to Syracuse, into the hands to Kia Nurse. Bounce pass off to the top of the key. 2.5 left to go in the first for the Tempo. Sykes moves it off to the free throw circle. 15-footer around the rim and out. Missed the shot to rebound. Hauled by the Fever with Michaela Timpson. Down low with Boston. Boston stuck at the mid-block. Finds Clark at the wing. Caitlin Clark dribbles up, attacks the key. Bounce pass on top. Timpson. Hand off to Kelsey Mitchell. And an offensive foul charge to Indiana. So it's an illegal screen set up there. That's on Aaliyah Boston. And Caitlin Clark going to be checking out right now. Heads towards the bench. So Caitlin Clark right now on the bench as we're down to 2 minutes left to go in the opening quarter. Julie Alamon, bounce pass around the outside. Offensive foul charge to the Tempo. Turned over by Toronto. Beaver with possession. Raven Johnson, first time on the floor. Runner inside the key, missed off the mark by Boston. Boston got it again, and she scores, up and it off the window. Big start to this game so far by Aaliyah Boston. 7 points on 3 for 5 shooting. Tempo have possession. Isabel Harrison, hand off to Alamon. Alamon on the perimeter, gets double, finds Harrison, dribbles up, runner, 13-footer, bounces in, got the 2. Both teams able to score pretty well to begin this game off the opening quarter. Lob down low. And a traveling violation charged to Timpson of the Fever. And Toronto just turned it over. So they couldn't inbound cleanly the basketball in time. And it goes back to the Fever off the 5-second violation. Fever with possession, attacking the paint. Mitchell, high off the window, scores the deuce. Kelsey Mitchell, just such a strong drive right to the hole for two. Final minute left to go in the first. High off glass, missed off the mark. Putback is there by the tempo for two. Tiani Key on the board, her first bucket of the night. Fever have possession. Lost in the backcourt, able to pick it up is Raven Johnson, and that's over the back. Charge the Fever. That's a turnover on Indiana. It's been a sloppy first half so far for Indiana. That's now, or first quarter so far in this game. That's now 5 turnovers for the Fever off the opening quarter. Down to 40 seconds left to play to close out the first. Missed 3 off the back heel, tipped around. Offensive rebound hauled in by the tempo. Loose ball foul, though, charged to Toronto. That's going to be on Isabel Harrison, who picks up the personal. They are also over the limit, so this is going to send Indiana to the free throw line shooting 2. And number 25 for the Fever, Monique Billings, she will shoot 2 at the free throw line. First free throw is good. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. Definitely feels weird that the NBA Finals wrapped up on Saturday and there was no Game 6 tonight. Second free throw around the rim and out. Back it goes to Toronto. Tempo around the perimeter. Hand off to Jolie Alamon. Alamon. Away from the basket. Sends it outside to Conde. Conde drives inside the key on Cunningham. They're going to have to launch. They do with 3 in a timer. The 3 bricked off the rim. Misfire by Alamon. And the rebound goes back to the Fever. Final seconds left to go to close out the first. Drive, kick, baseline, dribble. Johnson sends a cross-court hole. Rise and fire on the 3. Splashes it at the buzzer. That is good to close out the end of the opening quarter of action. That's Sophie Cunningham who buries the triple, number 8 for the Fever. Sophie Cunningham, solid from the perimeter this season, coming off the bench. Basically like a number 6 option coming off the bench, and Cunningham able to dial up and nothing but net slices in the 3. 26-20 at the end of the first quarter is the Fever lead. A big-time production right there off of that triple. Buried down by Sophie Cunningham. All right, 1 quarter in the books. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like. We're going to take a brief break. We'll be back in a couple moments. Are you a fan of Behind Your Arc Basketball and want to rep the BTAB brand? Then check out the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Click the link posted in the description of this video, or you can click the QR code as well. The Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is your online shop to rep my channel brand. My merch store has shirts, sweatshirts, pants, shorts, winter hats, pillows, mugs, phone cases, and so much more. And new to the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is Mr. Top's gear to rep your favorite tortoise. Check out the newly added Mr. Top's jerseys and all the other great items at the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. All right now, about to start the second quarter up, couple minutes from now. Make sure to vote in the poll if you guys haven't already done so. Who you guys like to win here tonight, Fever or Tempo? This is my first ever WNBA stream of the season, so just getting caught up a little bit about the WNBA and stuff like that. I haven't streamed a game since like a year or so, since last year. Just wrapped up NBA Finals a couple nights ago, but hoping to cover a lot more WNBA streams if we get like a good viewership on it. Hopefully we'll be able to cover some more coming up. All right, about to start the second quarter of action in just a moment. 6-point lead for the Indiana Fever to the first quarter, 26-20. Sophie Cunningham buried a three right at the buzzer. Terrific ball movement there, but Fever, they tried to drive baseline with Raven Johnson. Saw Cunningham open at the wing and able to receive the pass off a quick catch and fire relief and splash down the triple. Cunningham is shooting 48% from the floor, above 40% from the perimeter this season, coming off the bench. Also averaging just around 9 points per game. Caitlin Clark, towards her right off the dribble, sends it off to Cunningham. Hand off to Clark at the wing. Caitlin Clark taking on one defender. Bounce pass, handoff, and missed the mark there for Clark as it got swiped away by Mabry with a steal. Up the floor, attacking the paint, high off glass, no good, but drawing the foul. And Temi Fagbenle will head to the free throw line here to shoot 2 shots for Toronto. First free throw is good. Second shot, no good off the back rim. Rebound went to Cunningham. Cunningham on the floor alongside Clark. Billings, as Clark will drive it inside the key. Gutted a drop it in and one. Coming up in the free throw line for Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark on the board. Off the crossover, attacking downhill. Working on one defender, able to score over Julie Alamon for the bucket plus the foul. The free throw, no good off target by Clark. Clark been one of the top free throw shooters in the league this season. 7-point advantage for the Fever. Tempo with possession. Julie Alamon at the right wing, taking on Caitlin Clark. Into the hands of number 2, Laura Yushkate. Slicing right past a group of defenders, right to the rim. A layup is good, up and off the window by Marina Mabry. Cuts that deficit down to 5 now. Clark attacks again to the elbow. Caitlin Clark sends it back outside. Corner 3, Raven Johnson buries the triple. 31-23. Caitlin Clark, another assist to her total tonight. Shovel pass down low. Taking it back out to the perimeter. So the Tempo have possession with Fagbenle. Fagbenle had to send it off to Mabry. Mabry on the outside as she is clamped by Cunningham. Mabry, deep two jumper, no good off the back rim. A rebound goes to Clark. Caitlin Clark start to pat the stats right now. 2 points, 5 assists, 1 rebound, and going up the floor in transition. Clark gets followed by Alamon here. Yeah, that was on the three-point shot as well. So Alamon into the landing spot of Caitlin Clark. This is going to be 3 free throws coming up in the line for Caitlin Clark. So personal foul charged to Julie Alamon. This is going to be looked at the monitor. Toronto is challenging this foul on Alamon here. So this is under review currently. All right, so it looks like we're going to take a brief break from the action. 8:16 left to go. Second quarter. And Caitlin Clark fouled in a three-point shot. She would have 3 free throws coming up at the line if this is confirmed. Right now, Toronto is challenging. They thought it was should have been no foul there by Julie Alamon. So big call coming up here on the floor. Either 3 free throws coming up or a foul that will get rescinded. But yeah, Caitlin Clark been tremendous this season at the free throw line for her. She's shooting 92.1% at the free throw line, 89% in her 3 seasons so far during her WNBA career, and the challenge has been lost, and Toronto loses the challenge. Caitlin Clark at the free throw line just made the first 2 free throws, the third free throw coming up by Clark, and she buries all 3. Largest lead of the game, a Fever up by 11. 34-23 tempo with possession. The drive, the kick, Mabry. Baseline dribble right to the hole, up and in off the window. They scored a 2. And that's Yushkate, number 2, who got the bucket. Bounce pass, backdoor cutter, and cut it finish as Cunningham, a tad too strong off the glass. Back it goes to the tempo. Words her right off the dribble around the perimeter. Outside goes to Yushkate. Yushkate fires a 3, and she buries it. All of a sudden, that 11-point lead has been chopped down to 6. Caitlin Clark fires a bullet down low, broke it up, looking for Boston, and it gets stolen. Push pass, underneath, right to the rim. It is good. Yushkate scores the layup. Tempo right back. 7-0 run by Toronto. Yeah, the decision-making there. Caitlin Clark just tried to thread the needle. She had Aaliyah Boston well covered and decides to force in the pass to Aaliyah Boston inside the paint. Gets broken up, and it leads to the 2 buckets off fast break transition right there with a layup for the tempo. So 34-30, Toronto coming right back in this game as we had a timeout taken on the floor by the Fever. All right, 7:27 left to go in the second quarter of action. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. So right now we get to the break. Yeah, hit us up in the chat who you guys want to win this game tonight here, Fever or Tempo. Right now, 74% going for the Indiana Fever out there. Has to settle down with the falls right now for Caitlin Clark, or with the turnovers for Caitlin Clark. For her 3 turnovers to start things off, just forcing a little bit too much for her. She does have 5 total assists, but 3 turnovers, just a little bit too much force for her so far tonight. 5 points by Clark, leading the way. Kelsey Mitchell with 9, 7 by Boston. Billings got 5. Good production off the bench. Cunningham and Johnson each with a 3. Toronto led by Yura Yushkate, 11 points for her. Brittany Sykes with 6. Been an efficient start, too, for Yushkate in this game. 5 for 6 shooting from the floor. Buried their lone 3 off a catch and fire triple. All right, so we get back to action. Caitlin Clark into the hands to Boston. On the floor alongside Lexi Hall, Kelsey Mitchell, and Monique Billings. Right to the rim goes Mitchell. She attacks the paint, scores the layup. 6-point lead now for the Fever. Toronto with possession. Brittany Sykes on top finds Yushkate. Lob goes off to a Mabry. Mabry inside the key. Blocked by Hall, not clean though. And the referees ruled it a foul charge to Lexi Hall. This is going to put Marina Mabry at the free throw line, shooting 2 shots for Toronto. First free throw is good. Second shot skipped around the rim and out, and the rebound gets hauled in by the Fever with number 25, Monique Billings. Caitlin Clark takes it past the timeline. Dribbles torso right back out to the top of the free throw circle and away from the play. Toronto picks up the foul. Substitution as well coming in. Number 10 for Toronto, Maria Conde. She'll substitute in for Julie Alleman, who takes a seat on the bench. Handoff goes to Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell slides it off to Clark at the wing of the perimeter. Bounce pass corner. Broke it up. Intercepted. What a heads-up play there by Yushkate, who pins it off. Boston on the bounce in the corner. It's going back to Toronto. Caitlin Clark now up to 4 turnovers tonight. That's now 8 turnovers as a team. Only 2 turnovers this entire night for Toronto. Tempo with possession. Sykes. Cross court off the skip pass. Corner 3. It is buried by Yushkate. Keeping our team right in this game right now. Laura Yushkate with 14, the tempo, an 11-2 run in the last minute and 50 seconds. Clark bounce pass finds Boston rolling to the hoop. Boston off the double team, lost it. Turnover again. That's now 9 total turnovers charged to the Fever. Up the floor, chance to tie. Yushkate had it broken up, picked off by Boston with a steal. Caitlin Clark past the timeline. Taking on one defender at the wing. Clark dribbles up, attacks the paint. Clark, high off the window, score it, gets the bucket. 4-point lead right now. She was looking for an and one, took a tumble off the hardwood, couldn't get it though. Yushkate backs her way, kick out, corner 3, Toronto, buries the 3. Isabel Harrison able to knock down the triple. 38-37. So we're down to under 5.5 left to go before halftime, and the reach-in foul charge to Toronto here. It will stop the clock. It's on Yushkate. Inbound goes to the Fever, and they turn it over once again. Just out of control of that possession. Toronto has it back. Sykes off to the baseline. Deep 2, missed off the mark, no good. That was by Fike Bentley as the rebound went back to the Fever. Clark pushing tempo, rise and fire on the 3, missed off the back rim by Hall. Rebound Back to Sykes here for Toronto. Sykes attacking the paint. Sends it back outside. Missed the mark of the pass. Sails all the way to the backcourt. It's going to be over and back. Charge to the tempo. Turnover on a bad pass by Brittany Sykes. Couldn't send it in cleanly in the front court off the pass sailing behind to Mabry. Fever with possession. 4:50 left to go before halftime. Mitchell. And another foul here. Charged to Toronto reaching in. This game tonight just had zero flow to it. Kelsey Mitchell in the bonus now will shoot at the free throw line. First shot is good by Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell, second free throw right down the middle. 3-point game, 40-37. As we are under 5 minutes left to go before half. Brittany Sykes, losing on top off the Yushkate. 14 points, been the player of the game so far today. That is Mabry who puts it up, scores it. And a free throw covered up by Marina Mabry. Marina Mabry able to draw the contact, put the shot up over Lexi Hall and score it in the and one. The free throw is good. 40-40 now as we are tied. Caitlin Clark past the timeline. Gets past one defender, attacks the paint, skip pass, corner, three, Hall, no good off the mark, rebound. Hauled in by Conde, the rookie from Florida State. Off to a cutter. Conde swings it off to the corner. Fake Bentley towards her right off the dribble. Inside the key. Got it blocked going up was Harrison. Able to keep the ball alive down the far side to the Fever. Lexi Hall slides it off to Aaliyah Boston with possession as we're down to under 4 minutes left to go. Boston powers her way down low. No good off the mark. Tipped off the rim. A rebound. Hauled in by Toronto as they go on a full court outlet pass. Hauled in by Sykes. Sykes has it again. Jumper, 15-footer for the lead. No good off the mark. A rebound goes to Clark. Caitlin Clark going to slow down tempo. The tie game up at 40. Clark dribbles, drives. Oh, nice find underneath. Right behind her. Back with a pass. Able to set up her teammate with a two. Bucket is made by Michaela Timpson. Caitlin Clark, the no-look from behind her back to find Timpson at the rim, scoring the deuce. Incredible playmaking decision there by Caitlin Clark. Timeout on the floor taken by Toronto. 42-40. Fever holding on to a 2-point lead as we head over to a timeout. Are you a fan of Behind Your Arc Basketball and want to rep the B-Tab brand? Then check out the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Click the link posted in the description of this video, or you can click the QR code as well. The Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is your online shop to rep my channel brand. My merch store has shirts, sweatshirts, pants, shorts, winter hats, pillows, mugs, phone cases, and so much more. And new to the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is Mr. Top's gear to rep your favorite tortoise. Check out the newly added Mr. Top's jerseys and all the other great items at the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. All right, right now in the timeout, that was an incredible pass there by Caitlin Clark. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. So right now the Fever hold on to a 42-40 lead, late stage of the second quarter, right before halftime. Feel free to vote in the poll if you guys haven't already. Right now the Fever dominating the total votes column in the poll, 76-24. Caitlin Clark, 7.6 assists. She does have 4 turnovers so far in this first half. Yet to connect on a 3 as she is 0 for 2 from the perimeter, but it's solid in the playmaking department so far today. Looking for a double-double for Caitlin Clark. She's got 2 of those this season. Kelsey Mitchell with 13 points, which leads the way. On the other side is Laura Yushkate, 14 points, top scorer in the game for the Tempo, 8 points by Isabel Harrison, 6 each by Brittany Sykes and Marina Mabry. Hey, what's good? Valkyries United, thanks for joining in. Glad to have you in the stream. It's on a cruise right now off the coast of Portugal. That's awesome. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I bet it's really nice out there. A lot of people in my area. I'm from the U.S. out on the East Coast, but a lot of people are like Portuguese descent from like the Azores out in my area. I've heard it's really nice out there, like the coast of Portugal, Azorian Islands. Really nice area to be in. Fever on a roll lately. They've won 3 straight games in a row. We come back to action. 3:12 left to go in the second quarter. Indiana was leading by 11 at most in this game. Toronto was able to go on an 11-2 run right back, and now a 2-point lead for the Fever coming out of the timeout. Possession for the Tempo, right to left in the floor for Toronto. Sykes inside the key. A huge rejection, flying up there with a block for the Fever. That was Michaela Timpson who came soaring up with a block. Missed 3 at the wing by Conde for the Tempo as the Fever collect the rebound. Clark pass midcourt into the hands to Boston. Top of the key, Aaliyah Boston. Turns her right off the dribble. Hand off to Mitchell. Slides it off to Clark. Takes the 3. Off the rim, no good. Missed by Caitlin Clark. A rebound hauled in by Toronto as they race up the floor. Mabry at the top, defended by Lexi Hall. Into the hands to Isabel Harrison. Harrison towards her left, off the double team, finds an open 3 with Sykes. Sykes got the bounce. Able to provide the 3 ball right there. The number 3 score in the league for Brittany Sykes. They are now 50% from 3 as a team, 6 for 12 from the perimeter. Clark, a dribble, drives, attacks the paint, right to the rim and scores the layup. Fever take the lead right back, 44-43. What's good? Ron in the stream. Welcome back in, man. Just above 2 minutes left to go before halftime. 2:10 remaining. Pop it up on a 3 straight away. Missed off the rim. Short there was Harrison, and Clark controls the rebound. Bounce pass underneath, finds Boston. Boston high off the window. Scores the 2. Another assist for Caitlin Clark, racking up the dimes in this game right now as Caitlin Clark is now up to 7 total assists. The jumper is no good by Mabry. Went out of bounds off an air ball. It will go back to the Fever. Adding in some sharp shooting right now. Lexi Hall checks back in for Indiana. We're just getting started tonight. First half of action. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Yeah, this is my first WNBA stream that I've covered this season, so I'm hoping to cover a lot more WNBA games coming up around. Inbound goes to, this is going to go to Toronto, so the Fever did partially get a piece of that basketball when it was blocked, and now Mabry scores the bucket down inside. Boston out in transition. She got held up and fouled. And they are over the limit now for fouls for Toronto, so this will send, or no, beg my pardon, she was held up. The pass sailed out of bounds. It was a no call by the ref, so it was off the Tempo last. It goes back to the Fever. Caitlin Clark, kick out to the corner. Side step to her left on a 3. Cunningham nails the triple. Sophie Cunningham with a pure stroke from downtown. 4-point lead now for the Fever. Perfect 2 for 2 from the perimeter with a spark off the bench by Cunningham and a turnover by the Tempo. Up the floor, they got numbers. Cunningham, a 2-on-1. Off the glass, scores the 2. Up in the lead now to 6, 51-45. Final minute left to go before halftime. 9-2 run right now by the Fever. Pocket pass. Runner. Inside the key, and the Tempo get it. That is good. Harrison scores the deuce. Caitlin Clark dribbles up free throw circle, circles her way around, bounce pass, cutter, backdoor. Boston scores the layup. 8 assists now the opening half for Caitlin Clark. Man, Caitlin Clark is tossing out dimes on the floor. I beg my pardon, that is 9 assists right now for Caitlin Clark. She averages 7.8 assists per game. Number 2 in the WNBA this season. Splashing down the 3. Marina Mabry lets it rain for the perimeter. 53-50. So we're down to the final 15 seconds left to go in action. Caitlin Clark, edge of the midcourt logo. Clark, taking on one defender here. 1 second differential shot clock and game clock to close out going to halftime. Clark dribbles up inside the key. Clark circles her way around and had to take it away. Looking for the foul call. Couldn't get it. They got numbers up the floor. Launching the 3 at the buzzer. And Mabry left it too long. As we close out at the end of the first half of action, and Caitlin Clark frustrated about how that ball was taken away out of her hands, ripped away, where there was a no call by the referees. They let play continue, but either way, Mabry missed the bucket, but Clark frustrated because she had the chance to put her team up by 2 possessions going into halftime. 53-50. Entering halftime, 3-point lead for the Fever. Caitlin Clark en route to a double-double tonight. 9 points, 9 assists, already surpassing her season average in the first half of action. Doing a great job moving the basketball, finding her teammates. An incredible no-look pass behind her back at one point in the second quarter. Had an absolute dime off a bounce pass rolling down to the hoop, finding Aaliyah Boston. And that connection has worked tremendously so far in this game. Boston, 11.7 rebounds, leading the way in the glass tonight. Kelsey Mitchell leads the team, a walking bucket, 13 points on 5 for 6 shooting in the first half. And then the spark off the bench, Sophie Cunningham, 8 points in 10 minutes, perfect, 2 for 2 from the perimeter, 3 for 5 from the floor so far by Cunningham. On the other side, Toronto, led by Laura Yushkate, game leader with 14 points. She's got 3 steals. 11 points by Marina Mabry, 10 points by Isabel Harrison, but the bench responsible for just 6 points combined, whereas the bench for the Fever combining for 13 total bench points. Sophie Cunningham alone is 8 points off the bench with two threes and a layup. So first half complete. Really fast first half here. Yeah, covering NBA games nonstop throughout the playoffs for like last couple months. I forgot how quick the WNBA streams are. Like, I thought the college basketball streams were fast, but once you get into the tournament, there's a lot more length of breaks. So the regular season games for college flew by fast, but the NCAA tournament games went by really slow because they had the lengthy breaks. Going into halftime. Halftime is longer in the NCAA tournament, and then there's media timeouts as well, whereas the WNBA tonight's gone by super fast in this game. 1 timeout taken by both sides, still with 4 timeouts each for both the Tempo and the Fever. Yeah, Indiana just has to cut back on the turnovers for them. So they are struggling in the turnovers column. 11 turnovers, but still up by 3. Carly, points off turnovers, just 10-8 for the Tempo. So, I mean, it hasn't really hurt them that much because it hasn't been, like, they've been able to get back and play defense for the Fever. Some of those turnovers have been non-live ball turnovers as well. All right, so right now at halftime, if you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Hit us up in the chat who you guys like to win here tonight, Tempo or Fever. Right now, Indiana, big time in the poll, leading 76-24. Yeah, really efficient start for the Fever so far. 53% in the first half of action. The Tempo have come out and drilled their threes. They're 7 for 15 from the perimeter at 47%. Fever 4 for 9, 44% from three, but Fever scoring inside the paint at will in this game, getting to the rim constantly. 32 to 26 points in the paint. Ben, that's a solid score for both teams. I knew coming into tonight's game that we'd have like a bunch of points. Both of these teams ranked number 3 and number 4 in points per game, just under 90. And the defenses are the Fever like a mid-pack defense for them in points allowed, but back of the end pack defense for Toronto for them this season with points surrendered, and Fever having no issues scoring the ball against them with a high shooting percentage. It's just the turnovers right now that they're going to have to cut back on. Fever with 11 turnovers, 5 by the Tempo going into half. But credit out to the Tempo for getting themselves back in the game. They were in an early hole at one point. They were down by 11 and then just started to attack themselves, drill their threes, get themselves right back into action, and make this one possession game going into halftime. Yeah, I saw they started Commissioner's Cup a couple of years ago. Hey, there we go. Valkyries United got the Fever tonight in this game. Yeah, this is a pretty good matchup. This Toronto team is right behind Indiana. Toronto's got 2 players out tonight. That's double-digit scores for them. So this is a game that the Fever, they've been playing red hot. It's the one that they should be able to get for them tonight. And Caitlin Clark just racking up assists. Man, her playmaking's just incredible. Single game assist record, 19 by Caitlin Clark. That was July 17th, 2024, Indiana Fever against Dallas Wings. Right now, Caitlin Clark she's got 9 assists at the half for her. Yeah, Caitlin Clark was on the injury report dealing with a back injury tonight. This is a great step for her. It can take her, just the pressure off of her to be like a go-to scorer and just get her other teammates involved. And the connection has worked so well between her and Aaliyah Boston. Just needs to settle in and make the right decisions for her, because she does have 5 turnovers in the first half, but still, she's going to get better throughout the course of the game, I feel like. Yeah. Yeah, so true that nowadays, like, big leads, like, they keep on going away. Like, teams keep on choking big leads. And I feel like that has to do with a three-point shot. Nowadays, that three-point shooting rate keeps on going up and up. And if one team all of a sudden starts to hit their shots, they can flip a 20-plus point deficit into a lead. Yeah, spot on there by Jay Ramirez. I wish the same thing too, that she can like mix those shots and getting more into the mid range for her, so it's not like constant perimeter shooting. I think this is like a really good time for like Caitlin Clark to shine because there's just been so much coverage elsewhere, um, and she's kind of being like left out or so. Whereas there was just so much pressure for her rookie season, and then she was injured most of last season, and there really hasn't been that much talk about like Caitlin Clark for this season because there's been a lot of like news about like the New York Knicks, their playoff run, Victor Wembanyama. Like there hasn't really been much WNBA news out there because it's all been based off like the NBA Finals coverage, and now all the attention turns to Giannis and where he's going to land up. Like that's the big thing that's now taking like headlines like about where Giannis is going to head up. Whereas like Caitlin Clark right now, she's been balling out. 32 points last Thursday for Caitlin Clark. And coming off a game where she dropped down 25 in her previous game over the weekend. Yeah, there were people that were saying that like Caitlin Clark should be in trade rumors and stuff after she had beef with her head coach like a week plus ago. Like that's one game. Like she's got the competitive fire in her. Like that's what you gotta love about a player like Caitlin Clark. Just has that competitive fury to her. Yeah, those teams back in like the 80s and 90s wouldn't blow big time leads. It was just so physical back then that it's gonna be tough to get back like a 20 plus point lead. We're seeing it nowadays since the 3-point shooting boom, Steph Curry, um, and after Steph Curry just came into the league and just reinvented the game by being the greatest shooter on the planet. We're seeing just a whole boom of like basically like it's very limited nowadays. Like you can't really play in the NBA if you're just strictly a post player. Like that's gonna work in the 80s, but nowadays in the 2020s, you got big guys that need to make threes, and the kids that's playing at the AAU circuit for like middle school, high school ball into college, like if those are like big guys playing the 5 spot, like all of them are being taught to be like a stretch big and to stretch the floor and pop up for threes. Like the days of being just like a low post player attempting twos at the rim basically is over. Like very few players nowadays are just strictly twos, like a Rudy Gobert or Mitchell Robinson. Yep, you can read his lips for sure. I remember he was in a yelling match with Josh McDaniels. Yeah, pretty good viewership right now for my first ever WNBA stream, so that's pretty cool. If you guys enjoy the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe right now at halftime. About to start the third quarter in just a moment. And if you're just joining in, Caitlin Clark is 1 point away from a double-double for both points and assists. Right now, 9 points and 9 assists at halftime as we're about to start the third quarter. I believe this is my first ever WNBA stream in like a year or so. So I'm hoping to cover a lot more Caitlin Clark WNBA games coming up soon. Aaliyah Boston, great start for her. Backing her way inside the low post. Got the floater game going on for her. Put back by Aaliyah Boston. She's got 7 rebounds so far, 2 of those offensive rebounds. Kelsey Mitchell, walking bucket, 13 points on an efficient 5 for 6 shooting. And then Sophie Cunningham, great start for her off the bench with 8 points, drilling 2 threes plus scoring a layup. On the other side, Laura Yushkate leads the game with 14, and she is a rookie. So an impressive start by Yushkate to begin tonight. Yeah, they got players that can score for this Toronto team. They have 5 players in double figures. They're without 2 of their double-figure scores tonight. So 2 players are injured, not playing between Kiki Rice, ankle injury, and Niara Sabali with a hamstring injury. Both of those players average 12 points per game. Here we go. We start off the third quarter of action, right to left on the floor. And the Fever have possession first. Caitlin Clark. Lob to the elbow finds Boston. Boston backs her way, low block off the double team. Boston sends it out to the top. Mitchell push past the corner into the hands to Hall. Lob goes off to number 25 for the Fever, who takes the jumper, missed off the mark by Billings. Rebounds went to the tempo. Pass midcourt with Marina Mabry. Mabry defended by Lexi Hall, top of the key. Bounce pass went to Harrison. Outside into the hands to Yushkate. Yushkate, 14, the shovel pass underneath, and Mabry scores the bucket. 53-52. Excellent dime there by Laura Yushkate with an assist, finding Mabry. She's got 13 now. Mabry 5 for 10 shooting tonight. Boston finds Mitchell. Mitchell inside the paint. Stripped. Lost it. Turnover. Toronto up the floor. They've got numbers 3-on-2. Bounce pass. And went off to the free throw circle. As Sykes goes into a mid-range jumper. Buries the deuce. And Toronto takes the lead. 4-zip run to start off the third for the tempo. Brittany Sykes. Number 3 scorer in the league. She's got 11. Clark takes the jumper. Missed off the rim straight away. Tipped up. Battle for the rebound. And Billings contacted on the glass going up for the rebound. There will be a foul charge to the tempo here on Mabry. So loose ball foul charge to Marina Mabry of Toronto. Yeah, it's been the turnover bug that's really hurt the Fever so far today. Clark push pass to the corner. Hand off back to Caitlin Clark. Clark turns the corner, attacks the paint. Clark off the window, no good. But bumped into and drew the shooting foul. So Caitlin Clark will go to the free throw line. And she will shoot 2. %92 this season at the free throw line for Caitlin Clark. First free throw is good. Double figures now, scoring up to 10 now for Clark. Got a substitution here. Laura Yushkate will take a seat on the bench. Number 14, Temi Fagbenle will come in. Lexi Hall, only player with deep foul trouble with 3 personal fouls. Yushkate just picked up her 4th personal foul tonight for the tempo, and she is the game leader with 14 points. Second free throw, good by Clark. 55-54. Tempo with possession. Pop it up on a 3 at the wing. It is drilled. Marina Mabry lets it rain for the perimeter. And they have got it going tonight from three-point range for the Tempo. Mabry now leading the game with 16. Clark rises from deep. Clark missed the three. And a loose ball foul is on the Tempo. Caitlin Clark struggling to knock down her shots from three tonight. She is now 0 for 5 from the perimeter. Clark, the inbound pass, our near side front court. Bounce pass went to Boston. Handoff Clark. Kick out quarter. Three. No good off the rim. Short. Clark soars up. Offensive rebound. A nice job to play make. Underneath finds Lexi Hall. She puts it up and then off the backboard. Double for Caitlin Clark. 11 points now with 2 assists, with 10 assists tonight. 12-4 second chance points in favor of Fever as the Tempo attacked the hole and scored a layup. Up and through for 2 by Temi Figbenle. Going quickly up the floor. Clark bounce pass, backdoor cutter. Mitchell couldn't finish. Mitchell draws the shooting foul. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line for Kelsey Mitchell. What a game tonight. 59-57 Tempo. So if you're just joining in right now, Caitlin Clark has a double-double. Her career high in total assists, the WNBA record set in July of 2024 with 19 against the Dallas Wings. Tonight she has 10 total assists in the early third. First free throw is good by Mitchell. Second free throw for the tie by Kelsey Mitchell, right down the middle. 59-59. And these two teams very close to one another in the standings. Fever, number 7 in the WNBA at 8-5. Toronto, tied for 8th alongside the LA Sparks at 7-7. Figbenle sends it back out to Mabry. Mabry guarded closely, gets past Mitchell off the dribble, jumper mid-range off the back rim, no good. A rebound went to Boston. Clark races up the floor. Caitlin Clark cross-court connects with a Boston from deep. Aaliyah Boston lets it rain for the perimeter. 3-point lead for the Fever, 62-59. Under 7 minutes left to go in the third. Aaliyah Boston, 14 points tonight, 6 for 9 from the floor. Tempo, handoff Mabry, and a foul on the floor as we get a player down, and this is not a good sign for Toronto. That is Brittany Sykes, the team's leading scorer, who is down right now and in some pain in the hardwood. This looks like a serious injury. Brittany Sykes is banging the floor. Toronto is signaling to challenge this right now. That's devastating. Absolutely devastating. Brittany Sykes is averaging over 20 points per game this season. Yeah, that's away from the play. Away from the play injury that just happened. It was rolled on the floor. Monique Billings' personal foul. So that was on the Fever. On the personal foul defensively for them. So we will take the timeout right now. 62-59. Fever up by 3. Yeah, still college baseball happening. Crazy that the college baseball season lasts this long. So right now in the injury timeout, if you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Glad to have you guys back in, being a part on the channel tonight. 4 players, double figures right now for Toronto. Marina Mabry, 16. Laura Yushkate, 14. Sykes, who is the injured player, she's got 11. Isabel Harrison with 10. And Caitlin Clark, double-double, 11 points, 11 assists. Kelsey Mitchell, 15, leads the team. And points for the Fever. Leah Boston, 14 and 8, plus a block and a steal. Oh, yeah, college seniors graduated around mid-May. Yeah, the weekend before Memorial Day. They graduated around like May 18th, around that time. Yeah, one of the schools that I work with covering baseball, they can't put in a hosting bid for NCAA tournaments for them because they have graduation the first week for the first round tournament, so they have to divert to another school and go on the road. But if they make it to the super regionals, then they are able to put in a bid for hosting rights for the super regionals since their graduation happened the weekend prior to that. Yeah, that's devastating. Terrible injury. Had to get helped out off the floor. With number 20, Brittany Sykes for the Tempo. The team's leading scorer, number 3 scorer in the WNBA. We get back to action. Tempo going to a step back deep 2 jumper. Missed off the rim short by Conde. And battle for the rebound here will go to the Fever. Yeah, it's going to be tough for Toronto for the rest of this game. They have 3 players now who are not playing that's averaging double figures. Aaliyah Boston at the free throw line shooting 2. They're in a bonus for the Fever in this third quarter. First free throw is good. Yeah, a lot of issues right now for Toronto. 4 personal fouls by Laura Yushkate. He's got 14 points. Jolie Alamon has 3 personal fouls. They are in some deep foul trouble. Second free throw is good. Would not be shocked if the Fever just run away with this game for the next quarter and a half or so. Number 32, Tima Poye on the floor, a rookie. Poye drives inside the key, missed the runner, rebound secured by Boston. Up the floor finds Cunningham, sends it on top to Boston. Boston towards the right, bounce pass, backdoor cutter, Mitchell up it off the window, scores the layup. Here comes the Fever, take it over, 7-point lead for Indiana. Marina Mabry towards her left off the double team. Gets the way into the corner, into the hands to Harrison. Harrison sends it cross court. Poye towards her left, guarded by Clark on top. Rise and fire by Conde on the 3. She nails it. Maria Conde able to knock down the 3 ball. Fresh beats, welcome in. Sorry to hear about that. Hopefully a better one next time. Clark downhill. Clark backdoor layup. No good, but drew the shooting foul. 2 free throws coming up at the line for Caitlin Clark. Aaliyah Boston with a nice dime. Backdoor finding Mitchell cutting wide open to the hoop. And Aaliyah Boston just recorded her 3rd assist of the night. She is close to having a double-double. 16 points, 9 rebounds tonight by Boston. Clark nails the first free throw. Yeah, really small rosters for the WNBA. Second free throw is good by Clark. 68-62. Indiana on a heater. 3 straight victories in a row. 7th place right now in the WNBA. Caitlin Clark, 12 points. Caitlin Clark Yeah, she's got 12 points, 11 assists tonight. Tempo, hounded, off a double team. We get a tie up here on the floor. Fever able to force the tie up. This will be a jump ball between Aaliyah Boston and Marina Mabry at the midcourt logo. They're going to have to jump it up again. And a jump ball gets awarded to the Fever. 5 minutes left to go in the third. Caitlin Clark with possession. Towards her right off the dribble. Bounce pass finds Boston. Boston outside off the Clark. Clark crossover. Dribbles behind his back. Sets up Boston. Pops up for a three. Boston off the back rim. No good. A rebound gets hauled in by the Tempo with Poirier. Tima Poirier up the floor for the rookie. Out to the wing finds Condi, another rookie right now in the rotation. Isabel Harrison attacks the paint over Boston. No good, missed the layup. Great rebound by Boston. They get numbers up the floor. Clark, outlet pass ahead. Open three, splashing it down. It's good. Sophie Cunningham lets it rain from the perimeter. Perfect 3 for 3 from downtown by Cunningham. Timeout on the floor taken by the Tempo. That's 11 points off the bench for Sophie Cunningham, and Indiana starting to get on the run. 9-point lead by the Fever in their home floor tonight, 71-62 as we take the timeout with 4:28 left to play in the quarter. Man, Indiana looking really good right now. Caitlin Clark, 12 assists, as she is 7 assists shy of the WNBA all-time individual record set by herself back in July 2024 with 19. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. What a start here tonight for Caitlin Clark, the Indiana Fever. Caitlin Clark, her highest assist total before this game was 10. 10 assists in 3 separate games this season, including Chicago last Thursday, where she put up a stat line of 32, 10, and 7 for points, assists, and rebounds. She had a 21-point, 10-assist game against Seattle, and then a 32-point, 10-assist game against Washington back in mid-May. But tonight, Caitlin Clark tossing up dimes on the floor, and her teammates are shooting in a high-efficient clip tonight. 51%, 40% from 3, 89% at the free throw line, where they barely missed their 17 from 19 as a team tonight, the charity stripe. 71-62. Toronto left to right on the floor looking for the inbounds. The Tempo had it broken up out of bounds, and it went off Cunningham. Yeah, because it all depends on if your teammates can make shots. And tonight, what's helping out, Clark reached that 12 total assist mark in the middle portion of third quarters. Her teammates have been able to bury shots tonight and help out Clark. Jumper deep too. Got it. Off the pull-up J by Marina Mabry at the elbow. 7-point game. Just above 4 minutes left to play in the third. Top of the key with Boston. Aaliyah Boston towards her right. Handoff Mitchell. Mitchell spots up for a three. Kelsey Mitchell lets it rain from downtown. Oh, yeah, they're feeling it right now from the floor. 74-64 for the Fever. At the deep baseline, Tempo send it out on top. Entry pass down low. And held up was Fegbenley, who is followed by Timpson. Clock will stop with 3:43. Nobody in deep foul trouble tonight for the Fever besides Lexi Hall with 3 fouls. Everybody else with 2-1 or 0. On the other side, some deep foul trouble going around. 4 personal fouls by Laura Yushkate. 3 by Julie Alamon, who's a starter who is yet to score tonight in 11 minutes of court time. Tempo down by 10 with possession. 6 in the timer. Kick out to the corner. 3 in the air. Tioni Key missed off the rim. Offensive rebound hauled in by Pouye, and pushing off offensive foul charge to Tima Pouye. Turnover on the tempo. Caitlin Clark gets the inbound in the backcourt. Clark on the floor alongside of Boston. Sophie Cunningham. Kelsey Mitchell. And also Maisha Hines-Allen. Jumpers buried for the deep two by Kelsey Mitchell. Largest lead of the night. Fever start to flex right now, 76-64. Caitlin Clark just recorded her 13th assist of the game. Kick out, quarter three at tempo. They got the three. That is good from downtown by Marina Conde. Really needed that shot to go down. Here's another three taken at the wing. Oh, she cannot miss. Sophie Cunningham, fourth made three tonight. 12-point lead once again. 2.5 left to play in the third. Cunningham's got 14 off the bench. Out to the corner. Toronto launches a three. They nail one right back. That is Pouye from distance who drills it. Got a three-point shooting contest going on here. Fever with possession. Clark dribbles up mid-block, and Caitlin Clark bumped into and fouled. Clock will stop with 2:13. Clark needs to be careful that she doesn't get teed up there and like a delay a game or something like that. She flung the ball high up in the air after she was fouled. And Sophie Cunningham, absolutely incredible. First free throw missed by Clark. Second free throw. Bounced off the rim, no good. The rebound went back to the tempo. Toronto at the free throw circle. And the Fever pick up the reach and foul. Hey, that's awesome there. Yeah, I wish the Hartford Whalers were still a thing. Toronto off the inbound. Toronto pull-up jumper. That's an air ball, well short. As Cunningham comes away with a basketball up the floor, finds Mitchell. Mitchell in the corner. Step back three. Kelsey Mitchell splashes the triple. 82-70. Kelsey Mitchell on point tonight for the bucket getter. Kelsey Mitchell in the zone. 2 free throws at the line awaiting for Toronto. Mitchell with 25 on 9 for 10 shooting tonight. An incredibly impressive game. First free throw, that is good. At the line for Kia Nurse. Second free throw by Nurse is good. Final 90 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Fever with possession. On top, number 2, Maisha Hines-Allen. Bounce pass down the middle. Mitchell stripped. Mitchell lost it. No call with the refs. A turnover. Recorded by the Fever. Toronto looking to cut the deficit down by 10. Bounce pass out underneath. They put up the shot. Missed off the mark. No good by Kia. Rebound. And back to the Fever. Up the floor, pushing tempo. Sophie Cunningham, step back three as she is perfect, but no longer as she missed her first three tonight. 4 for 4 right now for the pro right Cunningham. Final minute left to go before the end of 3. Bad pass by the tempo results in the turnover. Cunningham collects the steal as she gallops up the floor. Outside off to Cunningham. Entry pass lob off to her teammate. Kick out, quarter 3 for the Fever. Bricked off the rim, a rebound. Back it goes to the tempo. We approach the final 30 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Toronto with possession. Tima Poirier drives, attacks the rim, no good, missed the layup, drew the contact and the foul, and 2 free throws coming up here at the line for Tima Poirier. 26.8 seconds left to go. Tempo trying to chip into the deficit. Yeah, despite the turnovers for Indiana, the Fever is shooting the cover off the ball. Those turnovers haven't really been an issue because of their ability to sustain shot making tonight. 13 turnovers by the Fever. On the other side, Tempo with 8. I'm not sure just yet. So it depends on my schedule next Tuesday night. Second free throw is good. But 82-73. Kelsey Mitchell. Kick out to the corner. Baseline dribble outside. Pop it up on a 3. Cunningham got another one. Sophie Cunningham tonight, automatic in the zone. 5 made triples by Cunningham. And it's an air ball shot by Toronto with 1.3 seconds left. 17 off the bench for the X Factor for Sophie Cunningham. Half-court shot, well short at the buzzer. Man, Sophie Cunningham, absolutely incredible. Through 3 quarters of this game tonight. Absolute sharpshooter. Sophie Cunningham, career high, 36 against the Minnesota Lynx in 2022. Career high 3-point shots made, 6 threes. She has made multiple times in her career, including this month. Wow. That really helps out this Fever team just start to make a run up the ladder in the standings. Sophie Cunningham drilled. Wasn't any Commissioner's Cup games. No, nothing statted here on ESPN, actually. Yeah, so AI was wrong with that being the 6 threes this month for her. Never happened in any Commissioner Cup game this month. Most threes that Cunningham made was 3. In the previous game, she was 3 for 4 with 11 points off the bench against Connecticut Sun. 17 points is her season high against Seattle on May 17th. Sophie Cunningham tonight, through 3 quarters, having an electric game from the outside, putting up a season high in total threes, where she is 5 for 6 from 3. Season high 5 made threes, 1 shy of tying her career high 6. And she's got 17 points off the bench, which ties a season high through 3 quarters in the points scored this season. And sorry to hear about that, bud. My thoughts and prayers with your family, Jeffrey. All right, if you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Caitlin Clark, double-double tonight, 13 points, 13 assists. Kelsey Mitchell, big-time bucket getter, 25 points, shooting 9 for 10 from the floor, plus 14 in the court for Mitchell, 16 and 10, double-double machine for Aaliyah Boston, third double-double this season. Cunningham, 17 off the bench. And on the other side, Toronto, with 4 players in double figures, 18 by Marina Mabry, 14 by Laura Yushkate, Isabel Harrison with 10, Brittany Sykes. Tough to see as she got injured in that third quarter. And Sykes right now with 11 points. Looked like a pretty bad injury as well. She's the number 3 scorer in the league, so that's a tough injury for Toronto. Yeah, that's tough. If she's not available rest of the season, really hits hard for their team. That would be their 3rd double-digit scorer that's injured for them. They had 2 players miss this game who averaged 12 points per game. All right, here we go. Starting off the third quarter of action. Jumper straight away. Tempo missed off the back rim. A rebound. Went to the Fever. Fever going right to left on the floor. Maisha Hines Allen, who came up with a defensive rebound. Fever with possession. Handoff Mitchell. She's got 25. Slides it off to the wing. Launching the three. Burying the three. How about that to tie a career high? Sophie Cunningham, 6-made three tonight. Largest lead by the Fever, 88-73, poured in 20 by Cunningham, a season high. Outside, popping up for the jumper, missed off the mark, and all of a sudden Toronto has gone stone cold, and Maisha Hines Allen racks up another rebound, racing up the floor. Raven Johnson towards her right, into the hands to Hines Allen. Hines Allen at the low block, outside. Jumper taken at the wing, missed off the rim, a rebound, hauled in by the Tempo. Pass midcourt right now for Toronto. And a turnover off the fingertips of Mabry as she lost the handle, went out of bounds. Indiana in a groove with Sophie Cunningham tying a career high 6-made threes tonight with still 8:34 left to play. Hey, there we go, Jeffrey. Yeah, make sure to stop by Crescent Park if you make your way up to East Providence. They got a new clam shack that's opening there. They used to have Blounce that was there, and they got a new clam shack that's, I think it opened up last week. Caitlin Clark just took a shot. Caitlin Clark fouled hard, gonna head to the free throw line, shoot two. He took a shot. Number 11 of the Tempo, Kia Nurse, came in with a heavy foul. So two free throws coming up here by Clark. And first one missed off the rim. Hey, what's good, Vegas? Welcome back in, brother. Second free throw is good. This is now a 16-point lead. This game had been pretty close throughout most of the night, and now the Fever built it up to their largest lead. Kia Nurse for the Tempo with possession. Bumped into and followed by Boston. Portuguese Feast, East Providence. That's great. Yeah, they got a bunch of Portuguese feasts in the summer. The big one is that Madeira one in like August in New Bedford. Bad pass by the Tempo. Ball is rolling around in the hardwood. They're able to scoop it up, though. Getting to the rim, no good. Missed off the bottom part of the backboard by Yushka Tay for the Tempo. Caitlin Clark has it up the floor at the top. Makes the extra pass off to Cunningham. Cunningham towards her right off the dribble. Boston, Clark, outside pull-up, 30-footer. Missed off the rim. A rebound hauled in as they go for a full-court outlet. Touchdown pass picked off. Up the floor by the Fever. Clark even longer. Clark no good around the rim and out. Rebound secure by the Tempo. Got some random decision making here that is basically like a preseason game right now with the plays that's happening, and no good. Missing off glass by Harrison. She drew the foul though. Two free throws coming up by the Tempo with Isabel Harrison. Yeah, yeah, nice area down there by the water. One of the guys that I work with, sometimes he comes into my streams. He is he's one of the guys that works at Prestige Mitsubishi. So that's over in East Providence too. Because I actually do the commercials for his dealership. Free throws are split at the line, 89-74. Caitlin Clark puts it into the hands of Boston. Outside goes to Cunningham. Sophie Cunningham finds Clark towards her right off the dribble. Clark stripped, lost it, fouled. And that is a reach and foul charge to Maria Conde. Inbound goes to Boston. Boston powers her way, dribbles back out to the perimeter. Aaliyah Boston on top. Hand off Clark towards her right. Turns the corner. Attacks the paint. Offensive foul charge to Boston. So she set up the illegal screen and the Fever turned it over. Federico, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. We're down to under 7 minutes left to go. Fever looking for their fourth straight victory in a row. Conda inside the key, stripped, and it turns it over. Up the floor was Cunningham with a steal. Clark racing up the court. Bounce pass to her teammate. Lob down low. Boston receives it. Boston scores. Up and off the window. Off the assist by Lexi Cunningham. Lexi Cunningham today is playing the game of her life. 91-74, 6:41 left to go in the third quarter of action, and the Indiana Fever en route to a 9-5 start to the season, their fourth straight victory in a row. They're playing really well despite a bunch of turnovers. They've just shot it at an incredible clip this entire game. 52-42, 78 tonight for their splits, field goal, 3-point free throw. Yeah, she hasn't played in a long time, so just 11 minutes tonight for Alaman tonight. Welcome in. We got Mixed World in the stream. Federico, welcome in. Guys who are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. This is my first ever WNBA stream this season. We just wrapped up the NBA playoffs, NBA finals a couple nights ago. Yes, this one's on USA tonight. Yeah, I won't be live for my next stream until Monday next week. So I'm hoping to cover the Fever once again when they play on Monday. Going up to New Hampshire later this weekend. Leaving on Thursday, around Thursday night or so. So no streams until Monday next week. Playing on Monday. Chicago, no. They play against Phoenix. Yeah, Phoenix at the bottom. I think they have 3 wins. That's on USA as well. The Indiana Phoenix game. A lot of these games don't even have TV networks. I believe Phoenix or Indiana's got every single game on the TV network for them. I've heard of that before. Yeah, I've heard of that name, Jeffrey. Yeah, I'm not sure. Alamon's only played 11 minutes, but hasn't played in a long time tonight. I would imagine that she would come back into the game. Now, their leading scorer for Toronto got injured in the previous quarter. Looked like a pretty severe injury with Brittany Sykes. Oh, wow. Alamon's... Okay, so that explains why she hasn't played in a long time. Undisclosed injury. So... undisclosed injury for Julie Alamond for Toronto. Brittany Sykes with a foot injury. Yeah, so that explains why that she hasn't played in a long time. In this game, just 11 minutes tonight. Traveling violation charge to Yushkate up the floor for the tempo. Turnover by Toronto. Caitlin Clark, bounce pass into the hands of Mitchell. Mitchell accelerating, lost it off the dribble, turns it over. Kelsey Mitchell's been a walking bucket tonight. 25 leading all scores. Tempo back with possession. Konda. Bounce pass to Yushkate. Backdoor cutter. They scored a layup. Isabel Harrison gets the 2. 91-76. Clark bouncing bodies inside the key. Clark right to the rim as scores the layup. Caitlin Clark taking it to the rack now with 16 tonight. Yushkate off the window, scores and the foul. And it's on Caitlin Clark who picked up the personal foul. Free throws coming up at the line. This is the 4th. Yeah, my apologies. And then update the 3rd. There we go. It is the 4th quarter. Free throw was missed. If it glitched or something, yeah. 93-80. All right, we're going to head to the timeout right now. No, it's 93-78. Why did the scorebug say 80 there? Okay, yep, that one's the 4th, yeah. All right, 93-78. We have 5:47 left to go. 4th quarter. Yeah, so this is the 4th quarter. And they've owned the glass tonight. 35-24, big time for the Fever. They've come out. They just shot the ball out well in this game and really been able to torch them inside the low post. 40 points in the paint tonight scored by the Fever. Despite 15 turnovers, really didn't seem to haunt them because they had players throughout this game just getting to the rim. Kelsey Mitchell, walking bucket, 25 points, 9 for 11 shooting. Aaliyah Boston, double-double, 18 points, 11 rebounds. Caitlin Clark, 16 points, 13 assists. Didn't have an efficient night, shot just 4 for 14 and 0 for 7 from 3, but nevertheless, still big game out of Caitlin Clark. And Sophie Cunningham, basically the X factor tonight with 20. And tied a career high 6 made threes in this game for Cunningham. All right, about to get back to action here in just a moment. As Caitlin Clark, the inbound passer underneath the hoop. 5:44. 5:47 left to go in regulation. It's going to be a offensive foul off the inbound by the Fever going back over to the tempo. Toronto at the top. Shoveling out to the wing at Konda. bobbled, turnover, out of bounds, off Mabry. Fever have it right back. Caitlin Clark past midcourt. Clark towards her right off the dribble. Drives inside the key. Clark with the right hand. Couldn't finish. Crashed into the stanchion. Drew the shooting foul. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line for Caitlin Clark. Oh, man. Yeah, that's something that you'll always remember forever, man. First free throw was good by Clark. This Indiana team is an offensive machine. Second free throw is good. Yeah, that's so nice. Yeah, that's one of the goals for me this summer is actually to like go to the beach and like catch the sunset. Like hang out there like throughout the course of the day and finally catch the sunsets. Missed shot from point blank range by the tempo. Clark dribbles up. Back out to the wing for Clark. Now towards her left off the dribble finds Lexi Hall. Handoff Clark bumped into fouled. Number 10 for the tempo. Maria Konda went into a flop. She thought she was elbowed by Caitlin Clark. Didn't get the call. That's now 4 fouls charged to Toronto this quarter. Inbound back to the Fever. Kelsey Mitchell. A nice pass, cutting backdoor to the hoop. Couldn't finish with a layup tipped off the mark. And long rebound tap out goes to Maria Konda for the tempo. Attacking right past Caitlin Clark. Scores the layup in the and one as the foul gets called on Clark. Free throw coming up at the line for Maria Konda. $95-80. Free throw is good. Caitlin Clark sends it off to her teammate Mitchell. Attacking the paint. Mitchell drew the foul. And now 2 free throws coming up at the line for Kelsey Mitchell. So they're in the bonus now for the Fever. Kelsey Mitchell, big time bucket getter tonight with 25. First free throw is good. I'm going to end that poll right now because the Fever are on route to winning this game. This game's gone by fast tonight. Second free throw is good. 97-81. So we're down to 4.5 left to go in the fourth quarter. Arena Mabry. Lob down low. Fegbenle off the double team. Clark came along to the fence. And this pass sailed all the way to the edge of the front court. Picked up though. Kick out to the corner. Mabry launches off balance. Missed off the mark. That was by number 2, Alora Yushkate. And the basketball goes back to the Fever. Clark flung it a little bit too strong over the top. Billings resulting in the turnover. Couldn't connect in the pass there. Indiana tonight with 16 turnovers as a team. We're down to 4 minutes left to play. Oh, yay. With possession. Bounce pass over to Fegbenle. At the top, popping up from a 3 for distance. No good off the mark. Put back chance, no good. Missed off the mark by Fegbenle. Rebound back to the Fever in the backcourt. And a foul attached to this possession as well. Charged the tempo. So Sophie Cunningham will have 2 free throws at the line. First free throw's good. Playing a game of her life tonight for Cunningham, new season high. Off the bench, 20 points in 21 minutes. Second free throw, right down the middle. 99-81. So we're down to the final 3:40 in regulation left to play. Dribbling, attacking, shoveling downhill. Fever commit the personal foul over the limits for Indiana. This will set up free throws, 2 shots at the charity stripe for Toronto. Well, Sophie Cunningham tonight, she came off the bench and drilled 6 threes. That tied the career high. Caitlin Clark, big time in the assist column, 13 assists. That is 6 assists shy of her career high, which is the WNBA record with 19 set 2 years ago. 18 and 13 tonight for points and assists for Clark. Kelsey Mitchell, leading scorer in the game with 27 total points. Splitting the shots at the free throw line with Tima Poye. Caitlin Clark launches on a 3 as she nails it. 21 points tonight out of Caitlin Clark. 102-82. Indiana rapid fire tonight on the floor in this game as they have the basketball back. Up the floor, it's Clark. Caitlin Clark brings the double. Kick out to the wing. Outside back to Clark. Clark dribbles past one defender. Circles her way back to the left wing. Bounce pass underneath. It is good. Lexi Hull scores the layup. Indiana right now poured it on. Approaching their 4th straight win in a row for the Fever. 3 players tonight with 20-plus points for Indiana. Tima Poye. Back around the perimeter. Takes on number 3 for the Fever with Raven Johnson, a rookie out of South Carolina. Poye takes the 3 over Johnson off the back rim. No good. Long rebound. Hauled in by Caitlin Clark. Gets the way up the floor. She finds Cunningham. Slides a cross court off the hole. Transition 3. Skipped around the rim. And now Cunningham falling away. Scores the J. Lexi Cunningham able to get it to drop off the putback. 24 tonight. Season high by Lexi Cunningham. Timeout taken on the floor. 106-82 for the Fever. What a game tonight out of Indiana. Kelsey Mitchell, 27. Lexi Cunningham, big time. And the bright lights tonight in prime time with 24 points in 22 minutes, a plus 28 off the bench for Sophie Cunningham. Caitlin Clark with 21. Tonight with 14 assists. So we head over to a brief timeout. Are you a fan of Behind Your Arc Basketball and want to rep the BTAB brand? Then check out the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Click the link posted in the description of this video, or you can click the QR code as well. The Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is your online shop to rep my channel brand. My merch store has shirts, sweatshirts, pants, shorts, winter hats, pillows, mugs, phone cases, and so much more. And new to the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is Mr. Top's gear to rep your favorite tortoise. Check out the newly added Mr. Top's jerseys and all the other great items at the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Listen, the end of the Fever team tonight shooting the cover off the ball. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Appreciate all for being a part here tonight on the channel. Get back to action. Just about 2 minutes left to go in regulation. 3 players with 20-plus points tonight for the Fever. Tempo with the basketball left to right on the floor. Maria Conde. Bounce pass inside the key. Puts up the shot mid-range. Connects on it, plus the foul. And one coming up at the free throw line by Laura Yushkate, a rookie. She had a solid start in this game, led in the early going with 14 points going into halftime. Yushkate working their way up to 18 now in the game. Got into some quick foul trouble in the third quarter. That took her out for most of the third quarter when she picked up her fourth personal foul in the early third. Free throw is good. Fever by 21 with possession. Under 2 minutes left to play. Lexi Hall slides it off to Cunningham at the wing. Corner three, no good off the back rim, missed off the mark by Dantos. Long rebound ahead, goes to the tempo, leading to the layup. It is Kia Nurse who scores the two. And down the far side, tempo. They're going to go back to their huddle here. We get a timeout that was taken on the floor, but the Fever able to get off a timeout in time, so they head to the timeout huddle. Minute 36 left to play. Next couple Fever streams I'll have to miss or so. I'm going up to New Hampshire over the weekend, so probably not until Monday will be my next stream when the Fever play their next game against the Phoenix Mercury on Monday night. This was my first WNBA stream of the season, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys enjoyed the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Keep on coming back for future content. If we keep on getting viewership like this, then I'll keep on doing Caitlin Clark, Indiana Fever streams throughout the course of the season. Yeah, hit us up in the chat if you guys enjoy these streams for WNBA coverage. So I'm trying to get a feel of what I need to cover throughout the course of the summer or so. We get back to action. Fever launch the jumper. The Fever able to bury it. That is made by number 3 for Indiana, Raven Johnson. So we're down to under 90 seconds left to go in regulation. Kia Nurse, tough shot, falling away, able to rattle it in for 2. We're down to 1 minute left to go in regulation. Inside the low post. Drawing the shooting foul with 2 shots coming up at the free throw line here for the Fever. 57.9 seconds left to go. So Fever right now getting hot the right time. First half of the season. Dantos at the free throw line buries the first one. Second shot's good by Damaris Dantos. They really control this game in the third quarter. It was close going into halftime. It's only a 3-point game going into half. 53-50 as the Fever led, but in the third quarter, unfortunate injury to Brittany Sykes, number 3 scored a league, and then Yushkate got into foul trouble. Julie Alamont left the game with an undisclosed injury, and the Fever started to pull away. 32-23, third quarter advantage for Indiana. Indiana outscoring the tempo 26-17 in this fourth quarter. Tempo, Kia Nurse will have 2 free throws. First one's good. Second shot's good. Fever put up 111 tonight on the floor. Dantos, 15-footer, clobbered from behind and got fouled. 2 shots coming up, 28.6 seconds remaining for Damaris Dantos. Free throw is good. Tempo. Dribble inside the key, off the glass, no good. A rebound, hauled in by the Fever. Shot clock turned off. If they elect to, they can just dribble out the clock. And that is what the Indiana Fever will do. Big game tonight out of Indiana. 3 players reaching the 20-plus point mark. Kelsey Mitchell, game high, 27 points. Sophie Cunningham, big time tonight, 24 points. Tied the career high, 6 threes on 8 for 11 shooting. A plus 25 on the floor off the bench by Sophie Cunningham. Caitlin Clark, a big time double-double, 21 points, 14 assists. For Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston finished with a double-double of 18 points and 11 rebounds. 113-91 the final score to Indiana Fever. Improved to a record of 9-5 overall. And they have now put together a 4-game winning streak for the Fever, getting rolling at the right time for Indiana. On the other side, Toronto drops to 1 game below 500 at 7-8 on the season for the tempo. Indiana overcame the turnover bug in this game. Really struggled with the turnovers, but nevertheless, despite 17 total turnovers, able to take this game and win by 22. Just an outstanding shooting performance by the Indiana Fever. 52% from the floor. They shot 43% from 3, 85% at the free throw line, and dominated the glass, plus 16 on the boards. 43-27. Thanks all for joining in. Be the part here on the stream tonight. If you guys enjoy the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. This is my only stream for this week. I plan on being back covering the next, plan on being back covering the Indiana Fever on Monday night as they take on the Phoenix Mercury. I'm going to be away later this week, so I won't be having any streams coming up. I'll be away on vacation coming up towards the end of this week. But thanks all for joining in. I appreciate here for those who tuned in, watched this stream, and enjoyed this stream here. And I'm trying to see if I can get a feel of what I can cover in the off season, since the NBA won't be back until October, so trying to get a feel of that. But if these streams start to get going, I'm hoping to cover a lot more Indiana Fever WNBA streams in the future. If people start to enjoy these streams and people keep on coming back and supporting the channel for these WNBA streams in the off season. But thanks so much, everybody. Appreciate it here for being a part of the stream tonight, and we're going to wrap up to the channel members. All channel members get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams. We have Jason, John, Michael Bradley, Joe, Lonely Satellite, Warren, the Nisha Player, Norma Polson, Kelly, Ogie, Russell, Rydog, Asher's Fan for Life, Phil, All on the Prowl, I Am Ghost, Ian, Edith, Ice Ice Baby, XX Dev 5000, SGA Sports Talk, Elaine, Kilo Pits, Yvonne, Otamura, Tyreek, Jason, Nico Loco, Janet, NCC, 7 Enterprise, and Martin. Thanks all for joining in. Be the part in the stream tonight for this game. Indiana Fever pick up the victory big time. 113-91 the final score over the Toronto Tempo. Thanks all for joining in, everybody, and enjoy the rest of their Tuesday night.